morning. What's up, TVP? What's up, Denise? What's up, Tampa Red? What's up, T Parrish? I hope you all are doing well. Good morning. Good morning. What's up? This is Talk About It Tuesday. So we're going to talk about some things on today. Um, we all see what's going on in LA. So my heart goes out to the Latino or the Latin community in LA. I hope they get what they're looking for. It is unfortunate sometimes, though, they follow the La Raza doctrine to advance the race, and it's not what you think it is. You would think to advance the race is to advance it by education, but La Raza pretty much is don't marry nobody dark skinned. If you're going to get somebody who's white. Do not too much embrace your culture, embrace their culture. So I think things backfire because you got to realize that these people fear intermingling, interracial marriage. They hate it. No matter how much you try to be like them, you're not accepted. And unfortunately, you all are finding out with this administration that these people aren't your friends. These people want you to go back home. They don't see white Spanish or black Spanish. They just see Spanish. And it's just amazing that even in our census and how they are categorized, are you Hispanic, white? I mean, even with that, you're Spanish, you're Spanish, you're Hispanic, you're Hispanic, period. If you're Latin, you're Latin, whether you're black or white. And a lot of our Spanish brothers and sisters try to run away from their African heritage. Um, you know, Qualities as far as the indigenous people that were here. But you all have to realize that Mexico, Brazil, Colombia, Peru, all of these places had black slaves who they intermixed with the people. And they have been doing their best to distance themselves from it. And in Mexico, Juan Guerrero was about the color of Barack Obama. He was a biracial man. And you couldn't tell a Mexican that. You all don't understand that the port of Veracruz and Oaxaca and south of Acapulco, and not even that, but even places on the Texas-Mexico border that you have not African Americans, but people of African descent, rather. Afro-Mexican, if you want to even, do that. But even recently, a lot of the black Seminoles fled to Mexico. And so you have a big pocket of black Seminoles who live in Mexico and in the San Antonio area. So I'm just floored how they try to distance themselves from their African heritage. Just like the Pope. The Pope has Haitian heritage. It's people from Louisiana, boo. But the thing about him is they're not trying to hide it, which I really applaud. But I said all of that to say this. Now, you're getting deported, and they're sending you back home. And you want us to come, and us ain't coming. Not we, us. Us ain't coming because we don't want to have no bloodshed. Okay, they're already calling the National Guard on y'all. So Lord knows they would have all of the armed services. They would have Navy ship, the Marines, the Coast Guard, the Space Force, the Army, okay, and all of Air Force, all in California about right now. So no, we're not going. This is y'all fight. It's not our fight. We done did the dogs. We done did the water hose. We done did the assault and battery, trying to sit at the lunch counter to be equal. Now you got to fight your fight to be equal. You all had a great leader in what was his name? Jesus. Cesar Chavez, a great leader with Cesar Chavez. He tried to get y'all together, and I applaud Cesar Chavez. He was a Mexican migrant worker. He did not like the treatment of his people. He, like Dr. King, went to India to study nonviolence and came back and tried to fight for his people. Now, let me tell y'all some Mexican people and Spanish people. Y'all got to get together. That's why the civil rights was so important, because everybody got together. Now, y'all can't have 50 pockets. You got to be united. But we going to pray for y'all, okay? And we going to see y'all go through y'all civil rights movement. Because truly, a lot of y'all civil rights came on the back of us. And I know y'all going to be mad about this, but a lot of people's civil rights came on the back of our civil rights. So it's not time to fight your own battle. Now it's time to fight your own battle. And I pray that everything go all right. I pray that y'all are all right. Child, they got Mexico. They got Los Angeles so hemmed up right now. I had a friend who had to do a shoot rather, in downtown LA. Child, she said she wasn't going. She turned that car right back around. She said, "I'm not going today." But sad part about it is she ain't making her money now. So I hope she's okay. So I want to say that. All right, let's get to the message, because this is y'all didn't come to hear no news. Y'all didn't come to hear about what's going on in the world. Y'all don't want to hear about Ukraine or the riots that's going on. Y'all don't want to hear about the protests. Y'all want to hear about that. Y'all want to hear about the message. Okay, so this is what you come for. What you come here for, message up. What you come here for, the message up. What you come here for, message up. Oh my Lord, you come for the message stuff. That's what you came for, the message stuff. Y'all ain't come to hear all that. I know. But I'm going to throw a little bit out there every once in a while, because y'all just came here for the mess. You didn't come here for the loaves and the bread. You just came for the miracles. You didn't come for the words. You just came for the loaves and bread. So let me go ahead and feed these loaves and bread, these fish and loaves things in here. Okay, let me come to feed the fish and the bread saints. Okay, because they don't want the teaching. They don't want the teaching. They just want to eat, and then they want to leave. That's all. But that's okay. We're gonna feed you too. Feed me. We're gonna feed you. Until I want no more. We're gonna feed you. Mm. Catherine, they didn't come for the fish. They didn't come. Look, they just came for the fish. They just came for the bread. They didn't come for the word. They just came for the mess. That's all. Look at the population going up now. Okay, but anyway, y'all, let me go ahead and get to the message, because that's what you come here for. Let me say this. It could have been numerous people to try to take Ness's Patreon page. Now, let me start off by saying this and being very clear. If Ness's Patreon page was taken down because people were false flagging. That is wrong. We shouldn't be false flagging people and trying to take people's pages down when it does not warrant their pages to be taken down. Because what you're going to do is you're going to cause a vacuum, and people are not going to be able to support the B set. You pretty much collapsed the B set. But since this was on Patreon, it ain't in the B segment. It's still not right. But I'm going to say this. If Ness was doxing people, and nobody ain't ever say she didn't dox Rennie TV, the people know that Rennie TV bought her Instapot, and the people said, how dare you let that lady buy you an Instapot and then you gonna dox her? And nobody ain't never said that was a lie. So again, even doxing on that level is wrong. I'm gonna say that number 2. So I do not encourage doxing. I do not encourage false flagging. But when it's warranted, that's a whole nother ballgame. Now, everybody claiming that they got this Patreon taken down. First of all, I wouldn't be so proud of that. I don't see why people are proud of that, because it just shows that you're weak, and the person, my source, who said that it was taken down, said it was taken down because she was doxing people. And she was doing all kind of unscrupulous things. And that's why they filed a complaint. Now, J. Dunn, EX, and my source could have all filed to take Ness's page down. It could be a possibility that there were so many complaints about her Patreon that they took it down. So it could have been each one of you. But again, one person is anonymous and saying, I really don't want people to know. I just didn't think what she was doing was right. A lowly subby. But then you got these content creators trying to get credit and trying to, and see, this is the thing. And baby, this is reminding me, Catherine Powell, this is reminding me when King Solomon had a test before him. And these 2 mothers came to his chamber. One mother was asleep, and she turned over and crushed her child. And in her grief, oh Lordy, she tried to take another woman's child. And they went to Solomon. Yes, they did, yeah. King Solomon, King Solomon, King Solomon, this is my child. And both of them seemed passionate that was their child. What King Solomon said, let's split the child in half, and you, mother, will get one half, and you, mother, will get the other half. But the real mother said, no. I would rather the child be intact. Give her the child, and King Solomon said, that's the mama right there. That's the mama right there. Oh, Lord. And what you saying, Jay? Well, what I'm saying today is that the people who always want to take credit, the people who always screaming, I did it, they ain't really the owners. Because the person who said, I can be in the background, I did it because I felt that this person was doing wrong. I felt like this person was doxing people. Oh, Lord. I hope y'all got that. I hope y'all got that. That was a sermon. That was a sermon there. Okay, it was a story. Okay, if you don't know the story, read your Bible. Okay, sometimes you got to bring your Bible. BYOB. Bring your own Bible. Okay? What I'm trying to say is when people want credit for everything, you got to watch them kind of people. Because the real owners, they'll sit back in the cut real quiet like. Amen. So that's all I'm saying. So, am I saying that J Dunn didn't strike it? No. Am I saying that CX didn't strike it? No. But I'm going with the person who was real quiet, who said, I don't need to be out in the forefront, but this is why I did it. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, Lord. I feel a preach. I don't know why. Today, but I feel it. I feel it in my spirit. Anyway, y'all, somebody said it's a sneaking spirit. Well, let me tell you something, though. What I want y'all to get out of this is it's not always content creators that get fed up with injustice. Sometimes it's subjects. It wasn't a content creator that called the cops on Tommy. I don't know why Tommy was mad at Castro. Maybe the people saw it and they didn't like what they saw or they were seeing. And they called the cops. Period. So sometimes it's not content creators. It's regular people saying, I am tired of this bull-ish and let me call because I'm tired of you beating this boy. That's all I'm saying about it. So, yeah, sometimes it be like that. And so that's what we have witnessed. So, and y'all, let me tell you something. I'm not being funny. I wasn't even watching Ness when she was fully YouTube, unless it was something that I needed to see. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I don't even know how to find a backup page. I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. I couldn't find it. If you say go find this backup page, I wouldn't be able to find it. Not because I don't like it, but when you are focused on your stuff and what you got to do for your itinerary, you ain't worried about everybody else's itinerary. Child, people probably talking about me like a dog. You know what? I don't know, and I don't care. And let them do it. And I'm just being real. And this is why I guess I get, pretty perturbed with people when they send me stuff. Baby, if I wanted to know when people were talking about me, I can find it. I don't need your assistance. I choose not to look at it. Those are negative people. And let me say this. They have every right to talk their mess. They have every right to feel like they feel about me. But I don't have to acknowledge it. I don't have to feed into it. I go right on and do my own thing. Period. Because people want your attention. And like I said, I'm here for my coin. But if you think this is my only coin, you crazy. You are fully crazy. You fully crazy. Because my thing is this. I have means to do any other thing. I have other things going on. This happens to be an easy coin. This is the coin where I am in the morning. I watch CNN now when I am getting ready. And I do this as I'm going. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy. As long as I got time, I'm going to come on. And can I say this? Baby, the girls be watching. Ooh, they hate me, but ooh, they be watching. Ooh, they be in the clouds watching. Ooh, they be watching. I always feel like somebody's watching me, and I have no privacy. Oh, I always feel like somebody watching me, because they watching. They fans. They are. They are. Maybe these children like Selena. Okay, they like Selena over here. Ooh, Selena. Mm. But let them watch. And thank you. Thank you for watching. You keep the old man relevant. Keep me relevant, boo, until I'm ready to go. They always watching. Don't you think they always watching? Woo! They watching, and they hate. They hate. And I love it. Now, let me say this. I want to give a shout out to Rennie TV. I want to give a shout out to Rennie TV. Rennie TV revealed herself to me, not in an intimate way. You got to kind of clean that up, Rennie, because maybe they think you done show some titty and some la. So you know you got to clean that up. So she has tactfully, that's the word that I'm looking for, tactfully revealed herself to me. And Rennie TV does not look like Ro with a wig. Rennie TV almost could be a first cousin to YouTube camera. I mean, I see a resemblance there. So Rennie TV does not look like Honest Ro in drag. Rennie TV looks like an intelligent woman who works, all right, and who got a little brain to herself, okay? She giving me cool nerdy. She giving me very cool nerdy, all right? She look like she got a degree. Okay, she look like she can quote a scripture of 5. That's what she looking like over there. She look like she know how to put makeup. That's what I'm trying to say. And she don't look bad. All right, let me see what y'all saying in here. All right. Well, he don't have to be back over here. Can I say this? Can I say this? Did I call Tommy back over here? Did I say, Tommy, could you come to my platform? No. Tommy brought his narrow ass right on over here and clicked the link and put that same story. Trey Wells, see, Castro, he was my first boyfriend. He was my first love. And you know I ain't never been gay because I always like the women. Women. And so he my first boyfriend. And Castro's dirty. He done did me dirty, Jay Wilson, and I ain't going back. Baby, we done heard that. We done heard that. And why would he be texting Jay Wilson? Why would he be texting Shaman, knowing how I feel about that man? We done heard that. We done heard that. Baby, I can run your whole thing. Because you know my dad is a preacher. And I don't care if y'all do right my dad, because my daddy know about me already. Okay, we done heard that. Girl, what have we heard? So anyway, if he don't come back over here, so be it. So be it. Like he was going to be back with Castro. And what happened? He was back. Girl, bye. Where them fans at? Okay, these people, Jay Wilson. Jay Wilson. Honey, it's worse and worse and worse. But this is the thing, nobody don't tell these people to come over here. I don't force anybody. Let me tell you, I don't pay people. I don't force people to come over here. Now, I think I asked 1 or 2 people to come over because it was a situation where I needed an answer. But other than that, Because let me say this. What I'm doing right now this morning, I don't need nobody. I work well with people, and I work well without people. Hello, somebody. Okay? Period. Child, Castro came up here, didn't have nothing to say, just wanted to come on and click the link. Castro said he having teeth problems, girl. Castro said that Tommy did knock his teeth out. Castro said he just been having mouth problems. He said that he was cutting grass. He said he did the front and the man did the back. Woo, Jesus. They cutting grass, honey. They cutting grass in Arkansas. So anyway, I ain't mad at Castro cutting grass. My God, today. But this is the thing. Tommy, if you don't want to come back over here, you don't have to. Now, you're more than welcome, Tommy. But I'm not begging nobody to come over here. I didn't beg you to come over here the first time. And then if you feel like you're exploited, then don't come over here. Because I'm going to ask tough questions. I'm going to give an opinion because that's what I do on my platform. Period. So, yeah. Talking about somebody exploiting the gay men. I was out of gay men exploiting themselves. And Tommy and Castro is not the representation of all gay men. Okay? And that's another thing. They're not the representation of all gay men. Thank you. That's how y'all think. That's y'all mindset. But Tommy and Castro were exploiting themselves when they came on camera. Didn't we tell them at the beginning, hey, you may want to take your relationship off camera because these people are trying to destroy it. So what's more important, your relationship or YouTube? And they chose YouTube. So they were exploiting their relationship for clicks and views. And it caught up with them, unfortunately. So that's where the exploitation came. Come from Jay Wilson. Tommy and Castro was fighting way before Jay Wilson. It seemed like they had a problem at the club. That went on YouTube. That club situation was way before they got over here. And Tommy told me. And so that tells me right there that they had issues way before they brought that mess here to YouTube. And I can't understand for somebody who's so sexy and everybody want him, then where is it? To the left, to the left. I'm waiting for the to the left. I'm waiting for somebody new. I'm waiting for all of this fabulousness to come out. I'm waiting for you to just go ahead and get all the men in Arkansas. Because, baby, how you talking, it's like you get everybody. You own everything. I'm feeling you own everything. Okay, that's how you make it sound. So, girl, go ahead and get what you need. Show us what you got. Show us how you have moved on. Get a new man. I'm looking for a new love, baby. A new love. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gave you love. You did me wrong. You didn't know what to do. But baby, I'm strong. I'll get over you. And a new love I'm gonna choose. My love, what's true? Do you prove it all the way? Other guys will have me. They'll appreciate my love. Tell me, how does it feel? That should be your anthem. I'm looking for a new love, baby. A new. How Jody say? Hasta la vista, baby. Now Jody said that way before Arnold Schwarzenegger said that. He stole from Jody. You see how these people be doing this white appropriation? Jody said hasta la vista, baby, on that song. Way before Arnold Schwarzenegger did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You own everything. Everything. Opulent. Baby, because you own everything. Woo! Anyway, so look, Tommy, do what you gotta do. Go ahead and get a new love. Show us what you got with your sexy self. You can get anybody. You own all the men in Arkansas. Okay? All of them. Okay? From Eudora to Hot Springs to Fort Smith, okay, to Texarkana, baby, all the men, to Bella Vista, to Mountain Home, from the Ozarks to the Mississippi, you opulent, all the men, okay? Anyway, so anyway, y'all, I just hope we move on. Because it seems like you're stuck on Castro. It seems like Castro is about the best thing you can do. So it is what it is. Because I mean, you know, if you're done with somebody, you're done with them. You're done with them. But baby, something in my heart, something in my heart, got me hooked on you. Okay. Anyway, so do what you gotta do. If you don't want to come over here, that's fine. You don't have to. Tommy not gonna stop talking about it because he hurt and still in love with Castro. They gave child, I know both of them, baby. It's them soul ties, baby. They done intermingled and stuff. Child, it is what it is. He hurt. Tom is really hurt. Castro is a player. Castro tricking money off of men. Child, any man who would trick money off a man, baby, they will trick you. Castro is a whole trick out here. Whole trick, promising treats. Okay, honey, Castro done took his operation off the street and on the internet. Okay, he's an internet whore. He's not a street whore anymore. He's an internet. And he don't even give you nothing. He like turnpike. You gotta pay to get on and you gotta pay to get off. Okay, Castro is not a freeway, honey. He's a turnpike. You pay to get on and you pay to get off. Hello. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. Anyway, what else is going on? Oh, hey, Honest Row, I hope you're doing okay. Honest Row, we might have to get a restraining order, honey. Because I heard people is threatening and sending and saying inflammatory things. So, Honest Row, we might have to go get a restraining order. Because, honey, there's somebody very angry. Very angry. So, anyhow. Y'all hear me? Baby Castro work at the night and the daytime. Cutting grass by day and tricking money off of men by night. Now that ain't what I said. That's what Castro said. Castro said that man ain't had no teeth, and he was wanting to give it Castro, but Castro took his money and didn't provide no services. That's fraud, Castro. That's fraud. Ooh, and he was very proud of taking that man money. And Tommy, that's what you want. See, Tommy, he done took your time. He done took your heart. Maybe he done took all of that from you. And what did he give you back? 11 damn dollars. Baby, look, I would have took the dollar off and gave 10. Or at least put $4 with it and give 15. But 11? Such an odd number. Okay. Take a dollar off. Give him 10. Put $4 on. Or give him 15. But not 11. All of that. And what you worth, Tommy? $11. And Tommy, why do you expect that man to give you what he don't have? See, that's your problem. You want something from somebody that they can't give you. Anyway, $11. $11. This is why I gotta get mad at Tommy. You get mad at me, you want to talk about me and da da da. But baby, hey, I wish you would give me $11 for my birthday. Oh, Jesus. Lord have mercy. What else is going on out there, y'all? It ain't too much going on. It really isn't. This next thing is supposed to be big, but can I tell y'all really? Whether she on Patreon or off Patreon, it really don't matter to me. It was just news that somebody and everybody's trying to take credit for it. That's the thing. And people are so proud of taking credit for something. Maybe you act like they act like they getting a degree. Okay? Oh, I took it down. Oh, I took it down. Oh, I took it down. Okay, you act like you getting a Python or C certification. Okay? Like some job. Girl, they acting like this is a big thing. Okay? I'm like, okay, are you gonna get a degree? Okay, is you gonna get a certification? Oh, we took her page down. Oh, yeah, everybody trying to claim it. I'm like, is this something that you really want to claim? But anyway, that's people priorities are mixed up, baby. People priorities are mixed up. Mm-hmm. It's funny that people can claim they took somebody's page down, but they can't claim a GED or a high school diploma. Woo-hoo, Jesus. Okay, because we ain't seen a diploma or a GED. And every time you bring that up, they talking about something pay me. Girl, the girls are not well. Okay? Tell Demons, oh God bless her. And if she brought numbers to my page, tell her thank you. Thank you. That's all I can say. I mean, what she got emotional off of was silly. But that's how she really feels. And because she feels that way, I'd rather take the loss. I'd rather take the loss than have her over here feeling like she's doing something. Because if you come over here, ain't that something? You come over here feeling like you doing something, and then you want to tell everybody what you've done. I don't go over to pizza and people's pages and say, "Oh, when I came over." No, I just go and do it and leave. So if that's, let me tell you something, Demons. Oh, that's just like somebody giving an offering at the church and want the preacher to tell everybody that you gave $500 to the church. So anyway, baby, I love you in Jesus, and wherever you land, I hope you bring much comfort and joy over there. We appreciate what you did over here. You were humorous, okay? You brought energy. We appreciate it. But you felt like this ministry wasn't for you. Okay, you felt like your talent could be used somewhere else. And we appreciate what you've done. I don't have anything against you, Miss O. And I thank God for her ministry. Her ministry. And I hope the next preacher priest are right, okay? And acknowledge her because she needs a lot of acknowledgement and she needs a lot of nourishment. Okay. So I hope they give it to her. I don't have nothing against you, Miss O. But girl, you was very emotional. You was very emotional up there. And then my thing is, you should have been focusing on Tulsa. That was Tulsa in you. Don't put me in Tulsa stuff. And again, you got some things wrong. And a lot of people said that you were Lemon Good again, so you was trying to go ahead and defend Lemon. That's what the people said, but I don't know. I don't know. So I wish you the best. I don't have nothing bad to say about you. Okay? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. But do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. It's really funny. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. Yeah, I know I'm not gonna leave it alone. I'm gonna say what I need to say. I'm gonna say what I need to say, and I'm gonna leave it alone. But I'm gonna need to say what I need to say. It is really funny that I have been upfront and honest with you. I told you that nobody get protected on my platform. You knew the terms and the conditions when you came over here. But baby, you had a whole man say that you had bat wings and fat under your arms. You had a whole man to call you crispy. You had a whole man to call you an alcoholic. You met him and he talked about you like a dog. And you have the audacity to even say what you said to me, you need to go and drag him. Because that's the one who really talking about you. See, what's wrong with y'all is y'all get these people who dog y'all out, and it seems like y'all want the acceptance of those people. But people who embrace you and really try to help you contain yourself when you get emotional and whiny, honey, y'all want to comfort. But my thing is, again, I'm seeing how y'all operate. That man talked about you like a whole dog, like you was nothing, and then talked about your family. Jay Wilson ain't never talked about your arms. If anything, Jay Wilson said you're a pretty woman and you have a beautiful complexion. What Jay Wilson did say is, she is invested in herself getting an education. What Jay Wilson did say is, yes, she did graduate and so on and so forth. And even in the midst of your tantrums, I have stayed very clear of attacking you. And that's all I'm going to say. So you do your big one, niece. You do your big one. And if you feel like I have treated you unjustly, it is what it is. You are always welcome here, man. But I will never bite my tongue and speak my truth to placate you. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, dragged her whole family. Talked about her like a whole dog. But see, Miss let me tell you something. One thing I don't do is get on the phone and talk. I don't need to do that. I mean, we don't do a whole lot of that. See, people want you to be really messy. And in the end, I'm really not about that. In the end, when I click off this, baby, I am not following people like that. And folks want you to be, hey, how you doing today? What did you eat? Oh, you ate some oatmeal? Hell to the no. I don't got time for that. We 1099. Now, I'm friendly with people, but I am not doing all of that behind the scenes and da-da-da, because y'all ain't trustworthy. And like I said, I don't have time for that. And another thing, your husband supports you. I don't. All of the fingernails you get done, that's from your husband. You don't ever hear me talking about something. I need a woman to support me or somebody. I got a whole partner, and baby, we are supporting each other. I call him. We talk. But we don't talk about YouTube stuff. Never. Never. So I'm just saying, I love you with the love of Christ. I love you down in Jesus' name. Peace be unto you. May the Lord watch between me and thee while we're absent one from another. Amen. What I say to one, I say to all. Watch and pray. And that's all I can give you is a whole benediction. All right. Amen. Okay, that's all I can give you right now. Look, I did not call Lemon anything. I said Lemon was predatory, but I didn't say that Lemon was a PDF file. Those boys were of age. So, again, she said that, and this is why I had to correct her, because she was getting emotional about something I ain't say. Now, Tulsa may have said that, but I never said that. I never said that. I said it is problematic that you're touching people and people don't want to be touched. Those boys give me 18 and in their 20s. So if you're 18 or above, you are considered an adult. No, in no statement did I call anybody a PDF file. That's what she wanted to say, but I didn't say that. Now, why did I say that Lemon was a predatory gay? Because the boy booty was wet and he was trying to touch it. The boy said he was tweaking, meaning that I guess he was going through something with the substance he used, and Lemon was trying to take advantage of that. That seems predatory. When somebody's inebriated or influenced by substances and really don't have a full mind, and you're trying to take advantage of the situation, that's predatory. When somebody is way younger than you, and you're trying to get them to do something that may be going against, that's predatory. And I'll stand by that. But PDF file, never said it. Never said it. So Demons O, if I said it, come and talk to me and let's talk about it. Because I know what I said. Now, maybe you wanted to throw that out there, but I never said that. And this is why I came on and said, do not speak for me. And then she went all in my emotions. But if you're telling people that's what I said, you are speaking for me. And I know I didn't say that. I know I didn't say that. So if you think I said that, then we got a problem right there because you're misinformed. And if you're running with that, then you're running with a lie. Now you can do what you want, but nobody called him that. I know what I said. I said it was predatory. I said you don't touch people because if people don't want to be touched, you don't touch them. People have gone to jail. People have lost jobs because something that was innocent, somebody took it and interpreted it the wrong way, and now they are at the HR office for inappropriate behavior. Period. So that's what I was saying. Don't touch people when they don't want to be touched. And you know what? This is what gets me with them. This is what gets me with them. They act like we didn't hear what we heard. They act like that boy didn't say you always touching people. Eli said the same thing. And we got something planned for you. We heard the whole conversation. It was pretty much cut and dry. And then when Lemon brought the boy back again, we heard something about a wet butt. Somebody tried to touch my wet butt. And then I thought I was gonna lay down on the couch, but he was making me lay down. He was making me lie down in the steel bed. Okay? And he was trying to restore something that wasn't your soul. That's what we were hearing from that young man. And then we heard, stop stepping on my foot. Why are you stepping on the man's foot? And the man sounded pretty sober to me. Then we saw the tactic of trying to discredit the witness by trying to tear up their character. Not knowing that even if they were drug addicts, then Lemon, why are you with these drug addicts? Which lends to the point that you're predatory because you deal with people who have an addiction and need certain things that you may have, and you can get it for them. That's what I'm trying to say. So anyway, and that's predatory. Now, because of the ages of those young men, probably in their early 20s, that's not a PDF. Now, we found out that they were 14 or 15, then that would be a problem. And not one time did I say that. So that's what I mean. That's what I mean. But y'all, I guess people need something to hold on to, baby. They need something to fight about. And she always, let me tell you something, Demons O always gets it wrong. You know, when she came up on my panel one day and she was mad at somebody, she didn't even say hello. She just went right on in. And then I was trying to calm her down and she kept on going and I dropped. And then the next thing you know, she said, I'm colorist. And then we had this whole, and I'm like, that's not, you know, so Demons O always get emotional. And in her emotional, she always exaggerates and embellishes stuff and blows it out of proportion. If it was a woman, but no, if it were a woman, I would have been saying the same thing. But it's two gay men, and y'all like that. Y'all like that. See, y'all like that mess. But if it were a woman, I would have said the same thing. And this is the thing. I have stood up for women. When Suge went off at Clydiva, I told Suge, well, if Clydiva was such this and this, then why did you sleep with her? What does it say about you? Oh, I've been there. So don't try to act like somebody don't give a damn about women. Because when y'all weren't even giving a damn about a woman, I was still hollering with that. And those people weren't even in our sector. And I thought it was terrible. So anyway, miss me with all that foolery. All right, what else is going on, child? Y'all talking about them Easter baskets. Castro was smart. He would have had some rainbow baskets and stuff with a black can and you know, some lube and condoms and stuff. He would have had a nasty piece of basket, honey. It's Pride Month. See, people don't be getting it the season. People don't need to be getting the season. He could have had a Father's Day basket. I mean, you know, you could have been making Pride basket, Father's Day basket, and Juneteenth basket. Baby, you would have been selling. You could have had old nasty Juneteenth basket with a kente cloth in there, okay, and some spades. Baby, you could have had old nasty Juneteenth basket, a nasty Pride basket, and a nasty piece of Father's Day basket. See, you sleeping. You sleeping. You don't got no ambition. Who says a basket only has to be for Easter? Baby. Could have had a white Pride basket with Barbara Streisand and shit up in there, okay? And then a black basket with Jackie's back, because you know we love some Jackie's back, and some Beyonce. Ooh, let me tell you something. Black, gay men, and white men are totally different when it comes to culture. Totally different. And it even gets down to economics. It gets down to economics. Some things I'm just like, what? Mm-mm. So anyway. Okay, a nasty piece of 4th of July. Yeah, Castro said he make quick money. See, those are great ideas. Castro said, job, see? And then if somebody start doing it, ooh, Jay, can I say something? Let me say something too. Oh, I heard this. Let me say something. I heard this too. I never took credit for the concept of panels. I've always given Joyce and Billie Jean and Dazzle credit for the Grand Station Express, or Grand whatever, the Express. I've always given them credit. I've always been known to take an idea and run with it. And so I told Joyce, I thought Grand Central Express, I think that's what it was called, was awesome. I thought it was great. And I thought it would be a great concept for men. And we did it. The gentleman's panel was popular because we were a gentleman's panel. I never said we were the first panel. Ooh, these people they hate so much. They hate so much. Okay, red soda and watermelon slices. Okay, they hate so much. So never have I ever said that we created panels? The gentleman's panel came about because Joyce Dazzle and Billie Jean did Grand Central Station or whatever they call their panel. I always said it was a great idea, and we did it. Now, the gentleman's panel was popular because it was gentlemen and it was gay men, and that's why it was popular. That's it. That's all. Now, people are using the concept of the gentleman's panel, and I guess that's what binary is trying to do, the council, or whatever you want to call it. So, what's the big deal? I mean, that's what we did. That's what we did. And people liked it. I ain't gonna go there. Now, let me go to Miss Gina. Miss Gina started doing the Cash App parties. That's Miss Gina. That wasn't me. Miss Gina started that. And I'm like, I like this. I like this. And I did it. And it was beautiful. Miss Gina was reading tarot cards. And I said, let me get my Uno cards and let me start using my prophetic ministry for the avatars. Because, baby, I could read a nasty piece of avatar. Oh, yeah. And, baby, my stuff was spot on. My stuff be spot on. When I did the Uno cards and avatars. But, again, yeah. I did. So, my thing is this. I don't have problems giving people credit because I can see a great idea, but some things I ain't using. So I did the competitions. It was nice, but it didn't bring in no revenue like I needed. I'm like, I ain't doing this. It was too much work, and then people are sore losers. And I ain't want to hear all that drama after. And can I say this? People don't have competition for competition. People have competition for content. People have competition for what happens after the competition. Who gonna complain? Who gonna cry? Who gonna say who cheat? Baby Gina was doing her thing. And let me say this. A lot of people said, you stole that. Look, people knew I was truthful. People say I'm a scammer, but maybe it's funny because people done trusted me with the cruise. People had to trust us with the Labor Day event. People had to trust us with a whole lot of things. And when we canceled, people got their money back. We ain't never held back somebody's money. See, I want y'all to look at the fruit. See, people want you to believe certain things, and they want to call people scammers and stuff. But baby, I do know one content creator, and they had to cancel their stuff, and folk had to fight for their money. If you want your registration, but it shouldn't even be no if. It should be, we are going to give you your money back. See, so I want y'all to really, feel out who the scammers. Look at their works. Look at their works. Look at what they work. Look at the work. Look at the works. Not the hype, but the work. Let the works I done speak for me. Y'all ain't ready for that old hymn. I am straight up and honest. I'm sitting back waiting on the next person. She flips on, I can believe it's pizza. Child, please. I'm so tired of all of that. Like I said, I don't even get into that. And this is why we 1099. This is why I wear these people like loose garments, because these people want you to be emotionally attached. And it's called I think these people try to entrap people, and they try to emotionally drain people, and they really need a support. and they looking for it on YouTube. And I think that it's dangerous for content creators to get attached to people on YouTube, content creators or subbies, because people get emotional. And when you can't do something, or they feel that you haven't been supportive, it could be anything, then it gets ugly. And my thing is, I'm not dealing with that. And it really don't bother me. I hate to say it, how deep Miss O feel right now. I don't give two shits about it. You know why? Because I already told y'all we 1099. I've already, and I mean it. I mean it. I don't care how nice you are, we are 1099. I do not get emotionally involved with people on YouTube. It's dangerous. This is your workplace. Well, this is my workplace. Let me not speak for everybody. This is my workplace. And when I go to work, I go home. You don't go with me from home to work. I don't take people on my job home with me. I don't talk to people at work. After when work is done, we don't talk no more until I see you again. I don't do that. Now, and I'm being real. I don't do that in my real life. And like hell, I'm going to do that on a virtual apparatus called YouTube. I know that sounds cold. I know that sounds mean, but it is true. And that's our problem right there. We're looking for validation and a pat on the back from these people, and you ain't going to get it. Honey, these people will talk about you like a dog, hate on you. You don't even have to do anything to them. Just show up. Once the numbers start ticking up a little bit, baby, they'll start coming after you. We know that. So my thing is this. I'm sorry. I love people in Jesus' name. I do. But this is an apparatus. This is a job. Okay? It ain't my only one. And trust me, if this one were to go away, I'm still okay. But I don't play this stuff. Now, I don't call people from work in my real life. I don't be going out to eat and all of that. And this team building, we build a team when we at work. And even if we go out to eat, we working. We still on the clock. Now, I'll do a Christmas party, but that's about it. Because I have real people in my life, and I don't need to have all of this stuff. Now, I love my folk at work. I sure do. Honey, the QT people have been real good to me. But, baby, there is a fine line. And when that clock strikes, it's time to go home. You might get cussed out if you call me for something stupid at work. After wait a minute, we ain't at work. Let's deal with that when we get back on Monday. I don't play that. I don't play that at all. And you can be mad at that because I said that. You can be mad because I said I don't care. I don't care. I don't owe nobody on this YouTube apparatus nothing but a good show. That's all I owe you. And for the mere fact you getting emotional about this, girl, because baby, in my real life, I'll be like, sister, you need to get yourself together. Honey, what's that song? Oh, Zion, what's the matter now? Oh, Zion, what's the matter now? You don't sing like you used to sing. What's the matter? Because there's always something the matter. Oh, Zion, you don't pray like you used to pray. What's the matter now? It's always something going on. You don't talk like you used to talk. What's the matter now? And I believe they did that song because it's always a saint that's going through something. And they said, okay, oh Zion, what's the matter now? Oh Lord, what's the matter now? So that's my thing. What's the matter now, honey? So, and y'all look, that J Dunn stuff, y'all keep on entertaining that. I don't even entertain it. I don't even talk to it. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. Y'all waste y'all time on people who are scene stealers, people who always try to. I notice that a lot of people try to take the content over and make it about them. They will steer the conversation somewhere else. And it's always about them. It's always about them. Always about them. Always about them. And this is why I don't let Rex up. I mean, you ain't a gay man, so again, we're not gonna have you make it about yourself and how much you dislike gay people. We knew that from the first time you came over. So why am I gonna give you a platform to continue that mess? Absolutely not. So $500, baby, you could have saved that money. But again, this is what these people do, and this is why I don't want any part of that. I come and do my comedy, and I leave. Um, and I leave. And the people who I deal with, they don't come on no more. Okay, they don't come on no more. So it is what it is. It's only a couple of people I can count on my hand, one hand, the people who I talk to on YouTube. And let me tell you something, it's very, very, very rare. Very rare. Baby, I would not talk to a 2.0 if my life depended on it. These people crazy. So anyway, let these folks do what they gotta do. I ain't mad at nobody. Y'all, I'm real with this. And let me be very honest. I honestly don't. I don't know how to look. I don't look at Lipstick Alley. I don't go over there. I don't comments. Don't do them. If you don't put it up here, I won't read it. I do have somebody to take stuff down that is not right. So I've appointed somebody to do that. Um, and that's it. And this is why I tell y'all, don't send me what people said about me, because I really don't care about that. That's not my job. That's their problem. Don't make people's problems my problem. My thing is that, like when that person said that somebody's Patreon was gone, that was news that I could use. But all this other foolery, I don't have time for it. Yeah, people giving folk control of their panels and stuff. I, that's crazy. Why am I giving people control? I don't know. Maybe they think it's gonna do something. I don't know. That's crazy. Let me say this, you all. You gotta stay away from these people. A lot of these people are information seekers, and they are really. And here's the thing: they will love bomb you. They will love bomb you. They will act so interested in you, and then when things go wrong, they have all of the information they need right there, right there. Bam. And that's why I was asking Ro questions, because it seemed like Brian had a lot of information on Ro, but Ro had very limited information on Brian. So Brian did what he needed to do. I mean, seriously, Ro. So you told that man a lie, and that man came back and spilled all your stuff, and used it against you to make you look crazy. But then when you call him out on it, he want to get his lick back. But baby, he got all that information, and y'all thought I was being messy, but I wanted to know what Ro had, and it seemed to me that Ro ain't had that. But talking, I'm just saying. Uh, but y'all keep on talking to these people, and they my friend, and that's my bestie. There ain't no besties on YouTube. You besties until it's a very delicate dance, and if somebody gets out of step, it's done. Okay, it is done. It is done. It's done. It's done. And I'm not trying to be negative, but whenever there is entertainment and money attached to it, child, please. Anytime somebody can get a few coins off of you, they'll do it. And this is why I laugh at people talking about something. I'm exploiting people. No, I've been very honest. This is the show. Nobody forces anybody to click on the link. I've said it numerous times. You click on the link, nobody don't get protected. I'm not here to protect nobody. My name ain't J. Gladiator Wilson. It ain't that. Mm-mm. It ain't J. Secret Service Protector President Wilson. It's not my name. And my thing is, you come up here and you do what you need to do. And when you feel like you don't want to be up here, just click off the link. I know they can't stop talking about me, and I don't really care. I don't really care. That's the whole thing. And you can't. And I have to the point where I'm just like, okay, this is the job, baby. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. God bless you. Demons, oh, I ain't mad at her. When I say I love her in Jesus, I do. I do. But, I think you got your priorities mixed up, and then you met that man, and you done gave all of that to him, and this, and the third and stuff, and then, yeah. And he talked about you like a dog, all under your clothes. Demons, oh, I ain't never talked about you like that. I ain't never give you what he gave you. He gave you a whole makeover, honey. I ain't never did that. Let me say this. I haven't done half the stuff that these people have done for you and to you as well. So it kind of leads to some truth that you are kind of needy. It does ring some truth that you need some approval, because I never told you to come and support me. And if support means that you always got to tell people that you supported them, then I don't need the support, because it ain't true support. It's support with an agenda. It's a support with a slant. When I come over to people's channel, I'm there, and hopefully if they get something good, and we move on. And I don't have to tell people I was over there 50 times. So if that's how you work, then I don't come. And I ain't trying to be funny. Don't come over. Because what I don't need you to do is be challenged every time you support me. It's just like you going out to dinner with somebody, and you pay, she pay, and then one day she said, well, I done paid 15 times, and you only paid 12. Girl, I'm done. Let me go ahead and leave the table. Because you tallying up how many times you paid for the meal. So, again, I don't need you to tell me that you supported me and people came over. Don't come over there. Don't come over. Because if that's what you got to do to make yourself feel good and to make yourself feel like you somebody, then no, you should know you somebody already. You should know who you are already. And that's what bothers me. And I've told you numerous times that, girl, you be getting emotional over stuff. And let me tell you something. I don't do it to piss you off. I don't do it to piss you off. I really tell you, you get really emotional. And them people who don't like you, they know you get emotional. And every time you start crying and doing all of that stuff, it goes to show me that girl, them people got you. Y'all say she wanted to defend Lemon and be seen. Okay. Yeah, nobody ain't do nothing to D Miss O. I didn't do one thing to D Miss O. I came up, I said what I said. Number one, I did not call Lemon a PDF file. And number two, what really bothered her with her is we were talking about what Lemon did to those, allegedly did to those boys as far as touching them and all of that stuff, right? She wanted to, now look at the wrench that she throws in here. If it was a woman, D Miss O has a talent. She knows how to throw those things. She knows how to throw things off. We're talking about Lemon's action. Lemon's action. She wanted to make it a women's rights movement right at that point. Just like she'll make something a colorist movement real quick. And my thing is, we ain't talking about no woman right now. We talking about Lemon and this man. And when we get a content creator that's doing this, we'll talk about that too. But right now, We don't have that. We talking about this man. So you see how she tried to move the goalposts like that? She tried to make it a whole women's issue, and it wasn't even that. It was a lemon and a predatory type issue. It was somebody who did not want to be touched. All she had to do is listen to what those boys were saying, and that was the focus. But now she's trying to make it a women's issue to take off of it. And a lot of people said she was defending Lemon. And my thing is this. I was like, okay, you do what you want to. But at the end of the day, nobody called. I didn't call that man. Let me only speak for me. I didn't call that man a PDF out. But I did say that his behavior was predatory. I said that. And I have the backing to prove it. And then you tried to make it a woman's issue, and I had to let you know, I don't care if it was a woman, man. I don't care who it was. Nobody should be touched if they don't want to be touched. So that should have been it right there. That should have been it. That should have been all. But maybe you wanted to make a big thing out of it. And if you wanted to defend Lemon, that's fine. But I'm going to hold to what I said. I didn't do anything to you. You had a problem with Tulsa because Tulsa was cussing you out. And then you wanted to get emotional with me. And I don't play that shit. I see right through it. I see right through that. And I'm sorry. Get your sippy cup and your pacifier, but no. I don't play that stuff. Now, you go and twist your husband's arm, but I don't play that. I see right through it. And you can be mad at me all you want to. Because really, I didn't do anything to you. And really, you did try to speak for me because you were trying to say that we were calling Lemon a PDF file, and we did not say anything. That might have been Tulsa, and I can't even put it on Tulsa. That might have been, but I can only speak for me. And I know it didn't come from me. So, yeah. And those boys, let me say this: those boys were probably over 18. If they're over 18, they grown men. So yeah, so that was off the table right there. But y'all people need something to hold on to. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. Man, I don't got time for that. And the sad part about it is I do like D Miss O. But I'm not going to like her to the point where I'm jeopardizing what I'm going to say and what I'm going to do. I'm not going to like her to the point for that. I'm not. It ain't about no gay man. It's about somebody who got a backbone who ain't going to play that shit. I'm not playing that game. You run that game on other people. I don't play that stuff. And I said what I said. And what I wasn't going to do is sit there and argue with somebody who was overly emotional because it's stupid. And I'm not going to lose my throat fighting with you over there. And I said, look, I'm going to let her talk, honey, because she's very mad. She's very charged about this. And I'm like, I don't know why. But you were really fighting with Tulsa because Tulsa was calling you out your name. She was calling you the B word. Baby, I ain't saying not one thing to you. So, yeah, I don't care about these folks. Let me say this. When it comes to this YouTube stuff, child, like if somebody have lost a loved one or something, now, that's something different. But this stuff, little stuff here, girl, if this little YouTube stuff gets you upset, then child, because again, that means you too invested, and I'm just not there. I'm just not there. Yeah, and maybe she want a role relationship, but I don't need Olivia Pope. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need a spokesperson. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I don't need that. Like today, I've gone through this whole thing and did a whole live, and it didn't. And again, y'all, I'm not trying to. But it is good to have people on your platform. Sometimes it's good to have a pimp, but you better know that if people don't show up, you can still do it yourself. I am not the best keyboard player. Lord knows I wish I had I'm a functional keyboard, but I know how to play my songs. And if somebody walk up, you don't got me. See, a lot of people want you to be so dependent on them that when they leave, then you don't have nothing. And I'm not that type of person. I'm not. I'm always gonna have something in the wing. So if you decide that you want to move on, we still gonna move on. And that's how I've always been. So my thing is, it's good to have people up here. It's good to have a co-host every once in a while. But with or without one, I'm still gonna be okay. And I'm not bragging like, oh, yeah, like he don't need. No, no. I'm telling you, it's good to have those folks, but you shouldn't be trapped that you can't do nothing without them. That's all I'm saying. And I think sometimes people want that for you. You ain't gonna do that to me. Ain't gonna do that to me. I'm sorry, because that's what people try to do. They want you trapped. They want you dependent on them. Mm-mm. Don't do it. Yeah, tell people love you 1 minute, then they'll hate you 1 minute. They love you 1 minute. And this is why this is why I am where I am. You don't have to like me. As a matter of fact, I like the people who don't like me because at least I know where they at. At least I know where they stand, and that's real. At least I know where they stand. Yeah. So anyway, I don't have a problem with you, Miss O. I said all of that to say, you know what, love you. You're always welcome over here. But don't count up tallies and all of this stuff, and you always pouring here. Like I said, I'm gonna do my channel. I'm gonna do my channel, and I'm gonna do what I gotta do. I ain't asked you to come over. You come over because you want to come over. You do that. I'm not asking for anything. But don't yeah. When you start doing tallies and stuff, child, I don't do that. And I'm gonna tell you, I love people with the love of Christ, but baby, we 1099s, and that's with anyone. I don't care who the hell you are. Well, Starlight, congratulations to him. Congratulations. You know, with that right there, congratulations. Maybe he had bills to pay, and maybe he really couldn't hold out because he was having some difficulties. So if that's what he wanted to settle for, and that's it. Hopefully, in that settlement, if something happens to him, where something bad. Let me say this: I'm not saying that I want something bad to happen to him, but hopefully he got in that settlement that if something happens medically, they're still responsible. But anyway, hey, congratulations, I guess. I don't. Well, congratulations, Joe. Don't spend it all in one place. Now, all I know is I don't know if that's true or not. But if he did settle for that, congratulations. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? And of course, we'll talk about it when we find out the truth. I really don't know because I didn't hear it from him. But congratulations. Well, even with that, I don't know about that, but congratulations. I mean, congratulations. Congratulations. You know, congratulations. Progressive is probably shouting to the glory of God. The 3,000 ain't nothing for them. I'm listening, y'all. But like I said, if he settled, congratulations. Yeah, so yeah. Um, look. I don't know if it's true or not. So I can't really tell y'all if it's true or true. Progressive guy. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. And if he's satisfied with $3,000, then hey, God bless him. I mean, if it's true, I don't know if it's true or not. Well, he said he needed the money. Child, that ain't guessing. He said that he was hurt financially because of that. Because I guess he was off of work. So I guess he needed the money. But that's what he said. And that's what he said. I'm not speculating, but he said that he was hurt for the money. And he said, you don't understand, I got bills to pay and all of that stuff, so I guess he needed it. And if that's what he did, which I don't know, that's what he needed to do, I guess. You know, because everybody's different. And I have to realize that everybody don't have jobs where they have long-term and short-term disability. You know, now something happened to me, I'm getting 60% of my pay. And baby, I got short-term, long-term, supplemental insurance, which is the AFLAC type stuff. Because again, if something were to happen, I'm gonna be covered. And I guess, and if I had a lawsuit, I'm gonna be covered. So if I'm out of work, I'm still gonna get paid for my job. First of all, I'm gonna go through my PTO. Hello, somebody. I'm gonna use my PTO, and then when all of my PTO has been exhausted, short-term disability will kick in, and long-term disability will kick in. But everybody don't have it, and some people opt not to get it. You wouldn't believe how many people forego short-term and long-term disability. You wouldn't believe it. And I tell people, look, you never know when you're gonna get in an accident. You never know if you get sick. You just don't know. So, is it a gamble? If you're young, you may have a lower risk of that. When you get older, you start thinking. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody is different. But baby, I'm gonna give me some short term and long term disability. You better believe it. But like I said, everybody's situation is different. So with that said, because I thought it was odd myself, but then I had to say, well, Jay, everybody ain't getting short term and long term disability. Some people may not be on jobs that offer that. Or some people may have forgone, didn't want to do it. They may have opted out of it. So everybody is different. But the man said he was kind of struggling a little bit. And so, maybe he needs to. Like I said, I don't know if he settled or not. I don't know. I haven't heard it from him. So I really can't speak to it. All I can do is say if it is true, which I do not know that to be, but if it is true, you know, he may have needed that money. And that's what he did. Like I said, it's, ooh, oh my God. Ooh, Jesus, I see something, y'all. Mm. So let me see what y'all saying. I don't park my car. Well, Pastor, we know you have extra car, extra room. But I live in San Antonio, and as again, y'all, I don't mix my job with my personal. And I would have to check with my partner since we have homes, because that's his home as well as mine. So I would have to check with my partner. Well, I can't speak to what he is or not, because again, I don't know if he took a settlement or not, Starlight. I'm only going on what you said, and I don't have any proof that the man did take a settlement. If he didn't say it, then I don't know. Like I said, I'm only hearing what you're saying. And I do know people will lie, and I know trolls will start stuff to start stuff. But all I'm saying is, I don't know. He may still be working with a lawyer. I don't know. Let me get the timestamp to show his comments in YouTube. So he was on YouTube camera saying that he accepted the settlement. You heard it. Well, are we sure that's him? And like I said, y'all, it could be some trolls in here. I'm not gonna lie. And you could be telling the truth, Starlight. I'm not saying you lying, but my thing is, I don't know. But at any rate, if he's happy with that settlement, then hey. Well, all I will say is this: something is missing, and either his job didn't offer long-term, short-term disability, or he opted not to get it, um, or he's a contracted worker. That could be it too. Contracted workers don't get those type of benefits. It depends on what. Usually they don't. Well, sometimes they do. So it could be many things. But I know somebody who sued because they were in a car accident and they got short term. First of all, they went through their PTO. They had to go through all of that stuff with therapy and stuff. They used all their PTO. Then they got their short term benefits. And they got their lawsuit before they had to go into their long term benefits. But they were taken care of and they still could pay their bills because they had money coming in because they had short term PTO and if needed be long term benefits. So that's all I'm saying. And so when you're burning through money like that, then it tells me you may not have those benefits. You may be a contracted worker, or you may have opted out of not getting those benefits at all, or your job don't offer it, and that could be it. You know. Well, Starlight, I hope that doesn't happen unless Castro and Tommy get individual counseling and then relationship counseling. I don't think it's going to work out. And I'm not saying that it can't work out, but if you're not willing to do that work, I don't think it will work out. And that's the honest God truth. And I would rather them to be apart from each other so Tommy can keep his job and the police not all over there and he can keep his living arrangements. Because I'm going to tell y'all what, I think Tommy has more to lose than Castro. And I'm not trying to say Tommy is better than Castro. Tommy has more to lose. Tommy does get disability according to Tommy. But Tommy has a job that Tommy works. Tommy pays FICA. Tommy has his own place. And I think he has more to lose. You know, Castro is with family, he cutting grass, and you know, and I'm not trying to cap that down, but he ain't getting no FICA. You know what I'm saying? Are they pulling retirement off of grass cutting? So my thing is I think Tommy has more to lose. And I just think he needs to stay away from his own sake. And then I think Tommy needs to get counseling for his anger. Because Tommy has anger issues. And I'm not saying what Castro has done is right. But instead of you putting your hands on people, you need to learn how to walk away and let it go and cut it cold turkey. And until Tommy gets that emotional intelligence piece, he don't need to be with Castro. And I'm not saying Castro is an angel, but he doesn't deserve to be getting assaulted. But then he needs to check himself and say, am I sabotaging my own relationship? Am I scared to have it? Because it seems like that this is both their first serious relationship, because it seemed like Castro was catting around with everybody. It seems like it was just a jump in the hay for him. And it seems like Tommy and Castro finally got together. And I think Castro, and Castro could be afraid that he's missing out on something. He's afraid that he can't commit because he's missing out on something. So I don't know. Maybe that hoe ain't out his spirit. I don't know. But, you know, Tommy, you can either wait till the hoe get out of his spirit or you can move on with life. Because let me tell you something, Tommy. Time is precious. And about the time you wait for Castro, you'll be old and you will definitely be trapped. So while you're young, you better work on yourself. Work on yourself. Work on yourself and find somebody who's going to treat you right and somebody who's going to really be a strong person and say, no, we're not going to do that. and cast your work on yourself and find out why you scared of relationships. Because you say you want one, but then you got to treat it like you want one. I'm just saying. Philip, if that's the case, Tommy remind me of this girl from home. I ain't gonna call her name, but this girl, I don't know. She went through some trauma. I don't know what she went through. And the thing is, she's not poor. Her father is a renowned artist. Um, is a renowned artist, and so I don't know where she went off on the deep end, but I never forget. I had came home. I went to somebody's church, and she said, "Jay," she said, "You think I'm pretty?" I'm like, "Huh?" She said, "You think I'm pretty?" I said, well, "You look all right, yeah." She said, "Okay." She said, "Jay," she said, "You think I can sing?" I said, "Oh, you can sing," and she could sing, right? She could sing. And then all of a sudden, she started singing Whitney Houston. She started singing, "Don't Let Me Cry One More Time." I'm like, okay. And it was so awkward. It was so awkward. And then I was at home for Christmas and I saw her at the McDonald's, baby. She was working at McDonald's. She said, "Hey, Jay." She said, "Hey, Jay." She said, "Now look, shh, don't tell nobody I'm working at McDonald's because she said they'll mess with my crazy shit." She said, "How you doing?" I ain't lying, y'all. I ain't lying. Then it not only happened to me. I have a friend because this girl don't work everywhere. I have a friend and she's an ex-lesbian because she in that movement and everything. So she saw the lady at the Walmart and she was working as a cashier at the Walmart. She said, "Hi, girl." She said, "How you doing?" She said, "Oh, you looking good, girl." And then she winked her eye. She winked her eye at her. And my friend said she felt so uncomfortable. She said, "Hi, girl." She winked her eye. I'm like, this girl is crazy, 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 crazy. Woo! But again, I don't know if she's taking her medication or not. You think I'm pretty? She always asks me somebody, "You think they pretty?" And then I'm serious, y'all. She will sing. You can meet her at the mall, and she will start singing at the mall. I'm like, okay. Mm, So anyway, that jump be funny. And I know that. She said, "Shh." She said, "Don't tell nobody." She said, "I'm trying to get my." She said they be trying to take my crazy check. And the thing is, she crazy, but she funny as hell, and she's a pretty girl, and she can sing, you all. Oh, she can sing. No, she was trying to hit on the lady. She was winking her eye. Oh my God, she is so funny, and she want everybody. She said, "Oh, who that?" She was at a beauty salon. She was about to get her behind whipped at this beauty salon because she was trying to come at this man, and his wife was in the beauty salon. Child, but she crazy. She's crazy. She's crazy. I don't know when it happened, but she's serious about that crazy chick. So anyway, ooh Jesus. So y'all look. I hope Tommy stays away from Castro and Castro stays away from Tommy. I don't think they should get back together unless both of them do individual counseling and then group counseling, meaning a couples counseling, because they need to work on themselves individually as well as collectively. I don't know, baby, and yeah, I don't know what she gonna do. I don't know what she gonna do. I don't know what she gonna do. Yeah, I don't really know. But she can sing. Oh, she can sing. Can she sing? Oh my God, she can sing. You can't take that away from her. And it's really interesting because her father is very artistic, and he has a little arrogant ego. He really wants you to know what he's done, and so, and then her brother is the same way. So the men very egotistic, dominant, da 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 da. And I don't know if it affected her. I don't know if that was a dynamic in the household. But her father is very artistic. Her brother is very analytical, very computer, and she is very, very talented with the singing. Very talented. What's up under new management? Oh, under new management, we have talked about that. Now I don't know where you've been, maybe under that bucket cap, but we have been talking about that. And I said that's why I believe YouTube and Patreon is getting ready to cap down on a lot of stuff because of that particular situation. And this is why I think some content creators need to back off because they take this stuff really seriously. And I'm like, honey, y'all need to back off because y'all doing too much. You know, pulling up and stuff. And I think anytime when somebody pulls up, you're really saying that I don't really care for my life. Yeah. Yeah. So we talked about it. It was crazy. Ava, let me tell you something. Ava, you have to stay hopeful. Ava, life is beautiful. And sometimes it doesn't give us what we think we should, but to be alive, to be able to see, to be able to breathe is beautiful. I don't care what problems that I have, life is beautiful. You hear me? To be able to go to work, to get in a car and have a place to sleep is beautiful. And this is why I won't let nobody take my joy away. Like the psalmist said, this joy that I have, the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. And I believe that. Oh, I believe that. So that's why when people say stuff, it don't bother me because I'm blessed to be here. It doesn't bother me because I'm still doing what I need to do. It doesn't bother me because, baby, God has opened some major doors. And I wish I could tell people, but since we got these doxologists here, you can't even share good things with people because these people have such a dark spirit that when somebody will call MU school and MU is trying to better her life, and they call in the school, something wrong. Something's wrong there. So, and this is why I keep on telling folks, don't send me that darkness. Let that darkness stay right on over there. If they don't like me, that's their issue. That's something that they're grappling with in their spirit. That don't have nothing to do with me. Because I like me very much. I like me very much. What's up, Miss Philadelphia? Whether I'm 180 pounds or 280 pounds, I like me. And maybe you better like yourself. And I don't say that in a bragging manner. I say that because I know, and I've always invested in me. And a lot of people don't really like themselves because they ain't investing in themselves. You hear me? If you really like you, you're going to invest in you, and you're going to do and try to get the best out of you. That's what I'm saying. So my thing is this: I don't worry about these people. Like James Cleveland's song, that Margaret DeRoe work. God made me. I'm glad man didn't make sunshine. I'm glad he didn't make heartache. I'm glad. Let me tell you something. He made me in his image. He made me just like him. And I'm glad that God made me. And when you know that God made you, baby, you don't have to worry about these other people. You don't have to worry about these other people. Honey, nothing penetrates this armor because at the end of the day, I'm good. I'm good. I don't care what you think. I don't care if you think I'm cute, ugly. I care if you think I'm poor or rich. All of that stuff that matters to y'all, it don't matter to me. Because like I told y'all earlier, if I would lose my house tomorrow, I'm still gonna be Jay Wilson. And let me tell you something, as long as I got a place to lay my head, I'm good. See, y'all the one who need all that stuff. And let me tell you something. When stuff don't have you, you can have stuff. See, a lot of y'all can have stuff because stuff will have you. And when stuff has you, you can't open your hands to get other stuff. Y'all better catch that. But when you don't have stuff, meaning that you're not attached to it, God can bless you. See, some of y'all live for that. Y'all live for that status and all of that stuff. Baby, don't have to live for it. That's why them trailer park digs, baby, that don't do nothing for me. Baby, I am proud that I can come out of a single wide and get an old nasty piece of house only in America. Only in America. That you can be low wealth and then be able to go on vacation and do what you want to do. Only in America. And that's why I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forgive the men who died and gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. Even though she acting crazy. Yeah, I know America has a lot of things that they need to fix. But for the most part, baby, I'm blessed. For the most part, I'm glad I was born right where I was. So I just want y'all to know that. Oh, I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. Hallelujah. And this is why we got to keep on fighting and voting, so we can keep that freedom. Y'all don't hear what I'm saying. Amen. Mm-hmm. So let these people act silly. Okay. Amen. Be Jamaican, honey. Jamaican me crazy. My God, today. Uh-huh. And let me say this: I don't jeopardize my Caribbean family. Like I said, I have family in Barbados and I have family in Nassau, Bahamas. The Bahamas. Yes, Lord. Shout out to the Coakleys. Shout out to the Rolls in the Bahamas. Yes, Lord. So the Bahamas. Ooh, the Bahamas. Which ain't nothing but Miami. But it ain't nothing but Miami, but yeah. Hmm. So anyway, y'all, I gotta go. But don't let nobody turn you around. Don't let nobody tear you down. Remember, you are fearfully made in God's image. And I don't care what people say, but my thing is this. You got to do what you got to do. God is giving you seeds. What are you going to do? Are you going to plant them and yield for fruit? Are you going to sell them? What kind of ground you putting it in? I'm just saying. So with that said, y'all, I'm gone. Be blessed. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.